Made $1 million yet? If not, what the fuck's going on?
You know what? I like this podcast so much because it allows us to stop and think about stuff that I haven't thought about in a while.
Do you know, I was thinking about the same thing in the sense of, this is going to blow your mind if you hear the same thing. It's like, you look at people that say, I'm going to devote this amount of time to making this amount of money and going out there and achieving it.
Yeah.
And it's like, how come I'm playing a bigger game?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, why aren't I setting that same goal for myself? I want to go, cool, man, this year, we still got 9 months left in the year. This year, I'm going to make $5 million in net profit.
Okay. There is a great video where Alex Hormozi pulls up a lady on stage and he's like, okay, and he writes $1 million on the board. And he's like, how much did you make? And then she says, 50,000. Then he goes, okay, so $1 million minus 50,000, 950,000. He's like, you cost yourself $950,000 this year. She's like, what do you mean? He's like, by not taking the time to learn the skills on how to make $1 million, you've cost yourself $950,000. He goes, no one actually draws this out and thinks about that. He goes, but making $1 million is a skill. Because if you learned how to make $5 million a year and then you lost everything, you'd get back to 5 mil pretty quick because you have the set of skills and beliefs, right? So creating the set of skills and beliefs to make $1 million is just about you devoting the time to learning that and that growth. And then it's like every time you're not, every year you don't, you cost yourself whatever you earned that year off $1 million. So if you earn 200K, which is a decent wicket, you cost yourself 800K that year. Cost yourself. Now, if I told you that you're going to have to pay me 800K because you haven't learned the skills you need to make $1 million, what are you going to do? And is that in line with what you're doing now? Probably not. You know what? Definitely not. I can tell you that mine aren't in line with that because I probably wouldn't sleep. If you told me I'm going to pay 100K at the end of the year, I'd be like, what? 800? No sleep, no nothing, no going anywhere, not doing anything. We're devoting everything to creating an offer, a product, a skill, a service to make sure that we can deliver this and make over 7 figures by the end of this year profit.
So why haven't you done that?
I'm going to, there's no, see why I love this podcast?
Luckily for our viewers, you've come in to the right place.
Yeah.
You have tuned in to the right place. $1 Million days. That's what it's about.
That's
about
exactly
business, about life, playing a bigger game, and stop playing so small. So you've definitely come to the right place. Yeah, oh, man, this is sick. All right. This is cool.
What would it take?
But it's also in line with, it's obviously not that important to you. Because if we said, yeah, you've got to pay $800,000 by the end of the year, or I'm going to take one of your kids away.
Yeah.
You're finding a way to make 800K this year.
100%.
Or you're going to make 800K this year, or I'm taking both your legs.
Yeah, you'll do it.
You're going to be in a wheelchair.
So, yeah, okay.
So what is perhaps there's not that trigger there.
So, okay, here. George, you need to make 5 mil in the next 8 months, 7 months. Can you do it just as is?
Right now,
Yeah.
what I'm doing right now.
Do it? You make 5 mil in net profit in your bank account cash.
With what I'm doing today? No.
Yeah. Okay. Can you do it though? Like,
Absolutely.
no, I don't know. I'm asking the wrong person. Most people, if you say that to them, like, are you going to do it this year? You're going to do 5 mil net profit?
Net profit? No, I'm not.
You're not going to do it. Okay. Now, if I told you you need to do 5 mil net profit by the end of the year, or we're going to take both the kids,
Yeah,
are you going to do it?
absolutely. But nothing would stop me.
The amount hasn't changed. The time hasn't changed. You haven't changed in the sense of your level of skill. Like, it's not like I said that to you and all of a sudden you've acquired all this new knowledge.
Yeah.
The only thing that changes is how willing you are to commit to doing it.
That's right.
Right? And it's like that whole, this podcast has gone so left of field, but that whole scenario that he draws up on the screen on the flip chart is just giving you that vision of what you're actually costing yourself. It's what they refer to as the invisible hand. We can't see what's not hurting us. You know what I mean? Dude, I'm guilty of this too. You get comfortable, make a little bit of money.
See, here's the thing though. I'm not comfortable.
Hey?
I'm not comfortable. And when I say I'm not comfortable, I'm comfortable in the sense that I'm protected. I'm not being evicted. I'm not hungry.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable in that regard.
That's comfort.
Yeah, maybe, but I'm still
Comfort of...
I'm highly agitated by the fact that
Yeah, but you know what's
don't
more
have that
agitating?
there.
You know what's more agitating? Your rent is due in 3 weeks and there's no money in your account.
yeah.
That's more agitating.
Yeah, without a doubt.
And it's like that level of uncomfortability is almost what you need to be able... Because
You make it happen.
you know what? Yeah, maybe... This is sick.
Too much.
I'm about to... Hey, I came back from China. My mum took my car. She said, can I borrow it while you're gone? And I said, sure. I don't even drive a stick. I drive a Hyundai i30. She took it. Now she's not giving it back. She's like, I want this car. I have no car, dude.
How good.
Right now, I've got no car.
So how'd you get here today?
I'm driving around in a borrowed car.
Uber?
I wish.
Uber it here?
I
Literally, what, a K? No, how far do you reckon you were from
Nah,
here?
probably a K. Maybe a
K?
K and a half.
You reckon that much?
Not that far. It's not. It's close. It'd be like a
I reckon it's 800 meters.
8-minute walk.
Yeah.
7-minute walk. Something like that. It's not far. But I did drive. Nevertheless, that's not the point of the story. The point of the story is this. I don't have a car. I need to buy a car. Spoke to my broker yesterday. And he's like, yeah, cool, we can do it. And then I'm sitting there and I'm saying to myself, oh man, do I really need, $1,000, $1,200 a month extra in repayments? And then I'm thinking to myself, and this could just be me convincing myself on a podcast. And I'm thinking to myself, am I too comfortable? Like trying to keep my cost of living down? Do you know what I mean? Because you hear it from wealthy people. Save as much as you can. Don't, you know what I mean? Don't live minimally. Get 100,000, whatever it is, buy a property or go invest in the stock market or invest in business or yourself or whatever it might be, right? And they say to go invest in one of those 4 things and start to build your wealth. And I'm at the point where I'm like, do I do this or do I go buy a runaround? Because I own my car outright. It might be like a 20K car. I owned it outright. I've got no repayments. And then I'm like, do I put myself under strain here and put myself under the pressure of being so uncomfortable that I've got to pay $1,500 next month for this new car that I've just bought in order to drive my business and push me out of my comfort zone? Or do I not? And do I just keep my cost of living down and do the money smart thing?
Yeah, get a scooter.
Get a scooter.
Electric scooter.
Do you know how many times I walk outside my building and there's like 3 scooters there and I'm like, I should just jump on one of these.
Yeah. They're actually pretty fun. I've
Yeah,
only ridden them twice. Each time was like so fun, so much fun.
Yeah, I feel like a little kid again.
Yeah, so yes, I like 100% I do. And
Yeah, so
I'm
I'm
going to
like-
take this another level.
All right.
Because I was listening to a podcast the other day. It was fucking probably the best podcast I've ever listened to in my life. And it was this podcast.
Well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
I was like, where's he going?
Which one is it?
I'm like,
and
this
it was
is
the episode that I don't remember what number it was, but we we're talking about
Oh, you're
going to
actually
Zagami.
listening to this podcast?
I don't fuck around. What's the matter with you? You think we get 1,000 views,
That was-
downloads a month, and you think
We're
that
way over 1,000.
are we? Stop it.
Come on.
Are we over 1,000 downloads a month?
Oh, not a month. In total.
Oh, no, I was fucking jeez.
Not a month.
At the least.
No, we average. Do you want to share this live?
Oh, without a doubt. Regardless of this number being 6 or 6,000, I will be
roughly
pumped.
about 400 a month.
Okay, so that's 400 people are downloading this podcast a month to listen to.
Yeah, but so it might be the same person downloading. So it's like on average, probably 100 people. Probably got 100 listeners that listen to this regularly.
Yeah, but that's regardless. Even if you're listening to it for the first time, welcome. Thank you for being here. And if you're a long-time listener, thank you so much for sticking around.
Welcome back.
Regardless of that, that's great that we're getting that level of engagement. And, it's baby steps, It's like taking your top off, being out of shape, saying, here we are, day 1, watch what happens. And then we get to the day 75, day 500, day 1,000, and look at where you're going to be. You're going to grow so much in that time. Anyway.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click just over here. Or if you want to watch the full episode, you can click over here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and thanks for watching.